I'd like, on behalf of NEF, Nurses Educational Funds, to welcome all of you to this celebration of the 2021-22 NEF Scholars. These are a group of really distinguished leaders in nursing, and we're going to hear more about their work in the next hour and a half. But before we begin that, I'd like to do some introductions so that all of those participating know who else is joining us this evening. So first, I'd like to introduce our board of directors. I am Joan Mara, board of directors. We have Cynthia Skulko, who is our vice president. Maybe if you could just raise your hand when I call your name. Rebecca Eddy is our secretary of NEF. Joan Arnold is treasurer of our NEF board of directors. Allison Adams is a member of our board. Susan Bauer-Ferris, Craig Donner, Sarah Garrity, who's a member of our board of directors, Maddie Mezzi, who will be participating, but I believe might be a bit late, Roseanne Rasso, Kelly Riley, Thelma Shore, Larry Siegel, Henry Spencer, Madeline Sujimoto, Edwige Thomas, Ann Vanderberg, Judith Vesey, and our newest member of the board of directors, who we're really pleased to see this evening, Mr. Phil Ryan. So welcome to all the members of our board of directors. And we also have our NEF Scholar Liaison, who is a member of our board. Jennifer Whitall is with us also. And I think most of you know our executive director, Geraldine Weiss, who's underneath the moving fan in that little box that she has there. We have several members of our board who have served the organization loyally and with great commitment over many years, who now are not as active with NEF, but are members emeritus. And they include Kathy Derschel. I'm not sure how many of them are on at this point. Harriet Feldman, who was supposed to be here, but I think at the last minute was not able to be. Barbara Hazard, Joe Kirsch, Maggie McClure, M. Janice Nelson, Neville Strumpf, Gerard Stubbe, who is our IT wizard in the background, helping us out at all of these Zoom meetings and all the work that we do as an organization. Dominic Testa and Rita Reese Wazorek, who is with us with her husband as well. And I will be introducing you, all of the other people who are here as well. Thank you to all the board members and board members emeritus for everything that you do and for participating in this evening's festivities. I also wanted to spend a minute just introducing and reviewing the board members and guests who have established NEF scholarships. And it is really their advocacy and their generosity that has enabled us as an organization to extend the kind of support that we do to nurses pursuing their master's and doctoral degrees in nursing, and who then spread their leadership talent in a variety of venues, both within the United States, across the country, and as well as internationally. We have the AJN Thelma Shore Scholarship, and both Thelma Shore, as well as I think Maureen Sean Kennedy, who is the editor in chief of AJN, are going to be with us or are already with us this evening. And Thelma's daughter, Susan Shore, should be with us as well. Cynthia Skulko, who has most generously over the course of many years supported an NEF scholarship. We have the Freedman's Hospital School of Nursing Alumni Clubs. They support the Estelle Massey Osborne Scholarship, and Masia Jackson Hooper may or may not be with us tonight, but we are most appreciative of the ongoing support that they provide. Mary Insall, who has established the Georgette DeLeon, as well as the Mary Insall scholarships. Two scholarship was unable to attend tonight, but has been extraordinarily generous to our organization. Henry Spencer, one of our board members, Diane Mancino, who's the executive of the National Student Nurses Association, the Laura D. Smith NSNA Scholarship. She's landing in Virginia Beach this evening, but was still going to try to sign in and log on to this event. Madeline Nagel, who I'm not sure if she's able to attend, Margaret McClure as well. Maddie Mezzi, who I mentioned earlier, is one of our board members, but may be coming late. Miriam Powell, Roseanne Rasso, an NEF board member and facilitator of the Philip D. Rasso Scholarship. And then finally, Rita Reese Wazorek and her husband, Robert Wazorek, is with us this evening, as well as her son, Bob Wazorek, who is husband of our board member, Allison Adams, and also their daughter, Rhonda Trevisano. So we welcome you all, and we are really glad that you are here to see the fruits of your labor and to experience the extraordinary work of these scholars. There are 24 NEF scholars for the academic year 2021-22, and they represent 16 different colleges and schools of nursing throughout the United States. And many of them this evening are accompanied by their deans and directors who are here with us to support them, but support them throughout their academic work. From Boston College, the William F. Connell School of Nursing, we have Dean Catherine Gregory, and she is represented by Corinne Jurgens, who is program director and also a 2001 NEF scholar herself. So welcome. Bryan College of Health Sciences School of Nursing, Dean Marcia Cube is with us. Emory University, Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing with 2 NEF scholars, and they are represented by Dr. Lisa Muirhead, who is Assistant Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, as well as Dr. Christy Martin, Associate Dean for Education. So welcome. From Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing, there are 6 NEF Scholar winners this year, and we will be talking about all of them and meeting all of them. Representing the Dean, Sarah Sanson, is Jennifer Wenzel, Director of the Johns Hopkins University PhD program and postdoctoral programs. Kent State University College of Nursing. We have possibly, I'm not sure because I can't see all of the people who are here. We have Dean Versi Johnson Mallard, who may be attending and sharing this event with us. From Teachers College, Columbia University, which has 2 NEF scholars. We have Director of the Department of Nursing, Kathleen O'Connell. Welcome. We have from the University of Alabama, the Capstone College of Nursing, where there are also 2 NEF scholars this year. We have Dean Suzanne Prevost, who is attending tonight. So we also have an NEF scholar, Adrienne LaFleur, has the following individuals joining the program in her support. Dr. Andre Denham, who's Associate Dean for Graduate Academic Affairs and who is her dissertation committee chair at the University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We have Dr. Sharon Hutchinson, Dean of the College of Nursing at Dillard University in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have Tiara Cochran, Administrative Specialist, and Dr. Yolanda Page, Vice President of Academic Affairs at Dillard University in New Orleans. Dr. Mary Green, Professor of Nursing at Herzing University, New Orleans, Louisiana. And Kirsten LaFleur, who is Adrian's daughter is with us as well and tuning in from New Orleans, Louisiana. So we have New Orleans very well represented this evening. From the University of California, Los Angeles School of Nursing, we have Dean Lynn Zahn. From the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill School of Nursing, we have the Associate Dean, PhD Division and Program, Cheryl Woods Giscombe, who is a 2001 NEF Scholar, and she's attending on behalf of Dean Nilda Pergallo Montano. So thank you for joining us. The University of San Francisco School of Nursing and Health Professions is represented by KT Waxman, Director of the Executive Leadership Doctor of Nursing Practice Program, and Peggy Winter, Chair of NEF Scholar Anne-Marie Munana's doctoral project. So again, welcome and thank you for being with us. And then we have finally from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee College of Nursing, on behalf of Dean Litwack, attending the event is Jennifer Daoud, Senior Academic Advisor for Doctoral Students, and Teresa Johnson, the Major Professor for NEF Scholar Stephanie Ewer. There are other schools represented by this year's scholars, but not necessarily participating this evening. We have Dean Asia Tulenners-Lesh from Azusa Pacific University, Dean Wessel Krejci from Marquette University College of Nursing, Dean Joan Slager from the Frontier Nursing University, Dr. Williams from Eastern Michigan University, who is Director of the Educational Studies with a concentration in nursing. And we also have Keene University represented among our scholars as well. So that's a lot of people to introduce, and there will be a quiz at the end to see to what extent you remember all those people that I've mentioned. But at this point, what I'm going to do is turn this over to Nancy, who will really get into what we are all here for and begin to introduce our wonderful scholars this evening. So Nancy Rockline, thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy Rockline, and I am a very fortunate recipient of NEF scholarships, both at the master's and the doctoral level, and a very grateful scholar winner. It gives me great pleasure tonight to introduce you all to the NEF Scholars for 2021 and 2022. But before I do so, I would like to invite each scholar to receive their pin from the person they've selected to pin it on them. The NEF pin is a symbol of their many exceptional academic and professional achievements. Congratulations, scholars. Now, I'd like to introduce you all to the scholars one by one. I will tell you only their names, and then I will allow them to tell you about themselves. So our first scholar this evening is Jasmine Blunt. Jasmine?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Blunt. I attend Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing. I am actually enrolled in the Doctor of Nursing Practice Family Nurse Practitioner Program and the Postmaster's Nurse Educator Certificate Program. My career plans include becoming a family nurse practitioner who provides comprehensive healthcare services to vulnerable populations throughout the United States. I am honored to have been selected to receive the Laura D. Smith National Student Nurses Association Scholarship, which highlights excellence in nursing scholarship and service. And I just really look forward to leading nursing forward by inspiring others within the field and others who seek to enter the field of nursing to do the same. So thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. And next we have Lindsay DeGroot.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me this evening. My name is Lindsay DeGroot, and I received the Maddie Mezzi Scholarship. I am currently a PhD candidate at Johns Hopkins School of Nursing in my 4th year. And my research focuses on palliative care and end-of-life care for people with advanced heart failure, specifically older adults, and physical frailty. And I'm in the midst of conducting my research study now for my dissertation. My career plans mainly hoping to be faculty at a school of nursing where I can do both research and teach. I'm also a certified nurse educator and very passionate about teaching and learning and leadership as well. So I'm very grateful for the scholarship that I received. And I was thinking today what it meant to me, and it feels like having a friend show up at an event and cheering you on, just believing in you, showing you a vote of confidence. And Maddie Mezzi has had an incredible career in geriatrics and in research. So it's very, it's just an honor to follow in her footsteps and others who've done geriatric nursing and research. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindsay. And next we have Marlena Fisher.
Good evening. I'm Marlena Fisher, and I have the extreme honor of being this year's recipient of the M. Elizabeth Carnegie Scholarship. I attend Johns Hopkins University, and I'm a fourth-year PhD candidate at the School of Nursing, and I'm fortunate to be mentored by Dr. Marie Nolan, who is renowned for her work on shared decision-making in seriously ill patients. The focus of my research is on end-of-life and palliative care and health equity. My dissertation is entitled Informal Advanced Care Planning with Family Among Black or African American Dialysis Patients. It is a mixed method study that aims to better understand the communication preferences of their advanced care planning wishes with family or friends. This project will help guide future research on culturally appropriate measurement of advanced care planning and co-create interventions with community involvement to help improve the uptake of advanced care planning conversations in this subpopulation. My future career plans are focused on continuing to conduct rigorous research that will impact policy and mentoring the next generation of researchers. Receiving the M. Elizabeth Carnegie Scholarship, who was known for her leadership in breaking down racial barriers in nursing, has been paramount in my PhD progression. The scholarship will help me carry out my dissertation research and continue to progress through the PhD program. Thank you again for this great honor.
Thank you, Marlena. Our next scholar will join us by video, Nicole Golden Montillis.
Hi everybody, my name is Nicole Golden Montillis, and I'm the proud recipient of the Estelle Massey Osborne Scholarship. It is with great honor and privilege that I accept this award in behalf of the first African American nurse that received her master's degree in 1945 in the United States. I obtained my bachelor's degree from Seton Hall University, then went on to complete my nursing degree from Felician University, and then obtained my school nurse certification in 2008. And I will be graduating this June with my master's degree in nursing leadership. My current goal and focus is to utilize my future degrees to become a director and professor in school nursing. School nursing is a specialized nursing practice that advances students' well-being, academic success, and promotes lifelong healthy habits. School nurses are the glue that holds students' healthcare journey together. Not only are we an integral part of the healthcare system, but we are advocates for our students on a daily basis. According to Dr. Jocelyn Elders, our 15th Surgeon General of the United States, you can't educate a child that isn't healthy, and you can't keep a child healthy who isn't educated. My ultimate goal is to further diversify school nursing leadership in the workplace. I want to become an educator, a teacher, and guide our future nursing students. I want to continue to hold the torch that was passed down to me in order to help build the gap between racial disparity and help diversify school nurses. This scholarship means the world to me. I want to thank NEF for providing assistance for students like myself that want to continue their education and to further achieve their goals. I also want to thank Freeman's Nursing Hospital School of Nursing alumni for rewarding me with this prestigious award. Thank you.
Moving to our next scholar then, Carolina Gustafsson.
Hi, my name is Carolina Gustafson, and I am the recipient of the NEF Margaret Gould Tyson Scholarship for 2021 to 2022. Currently, I am a PhD candidate at the Nell Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing at Emory University, studying with Dr. Mik-Hyun Song. My dissertation is focused on describing and analyzing the end-of-life care received by young adult solid organ transplant recipients. Long-term, I hope to continue to research palliative care needs of young adults with non-oncological chronic conditions, as well as teaching new generations of nurse scholars and researchers. Following my completion of my PhD in the summer of 2022, I am planning to pursue a postdoctoral position focused in palliative care. The Margaret Gould Tyson Scholarship has allowed me to focus my attention on completing my dissertation study and to prioritize my research without the stress of needing to find additional employment. I am also grateful to the opportunity it has provided me to be a part of the NEF community. I am very appreciative of NEF for providing me with this support. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. And next, I'd like to introduce Emily Gray.
Hi, my name is Emily Gray, and I am the honored recipient of the Barbara L. Tate Scholarship. I am currently in my second year at UCLA in the dual acute and primary care pediatric nurse practitioner program. I will be graduating this June. I have a deep passion for serving underprivileged communities. I'm currently a pediatric intensive care unit nurse at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. I intend to become a nurse practitioner here in this unit or in the pediatric emergency department. I also intend to volunteer internationally on medical mission trips. In addition, I have the unique opportunity to be in an emerging leader role at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. I'm a part of a 3-person team that has built a program to offer cumulative stress debriefings throughout the hospital, which has been very important during the pandemic and is something that I hope to expand on in my career. I intend to become an excellent clinician and further my education later by obtaining my DNP and MBA. My long-term goal is to utilize my passions for serving children and families and equipping and serving healthcare workers as an administrator. Overall, I am eager to leverage the momentum of my career and achievements to advocate for the wellness of healthcare professionals, equip the underprivileged and future generations of healthcare workers, and fervently serve children in the critical care and public health arenas. This scholarship has been paramount for me, especially because the pandemic has been a financial and emotional burden. With this support, I have been able financially to pursue other opportunities to advance my growth to achieve my goals. Further, their scholarship empowered me to continue providing compassionate care as a PICU nurse and continue pursuing my dream to care for my patients and families with greater responsibility and knowledge as an NP. I am tremendously honored for this incredible opportunity to be here, to be alongside these other scholars, the board members, and my dean, and to be a part of this incredible organization. I am missing class today, and my professor was an honored recipient in 1979, which is so inspiring and brings me so much hope for my future, as she is an impressive clinician, researcher, and professor. I am honored to be a recipient, especially the Barbara L. Tate Scholarship, as her legacy reflects the importance of empowering others and working diligently to grow the nursing profession. Lastly, I cannot say how thankful I am, but I will say thank you very much, as this is truly one of the greatest honors.
I'd like to introduce Katie Jones.
Well, Emily choked me up there. So I'm Katie Fitzgerald Jones. I am the recipient of the Isabel Hampton Robb Scholarship. I am a third-year PhD candidate at Boston College. My parents are videotaping me right now. And I am focusing my dissertation on chronic pain and cancer survivors and the intersection of substance use disorder and palliative care populations and serious illness. My goals are to become an independent nurse scientist and to advance equitable policies surrounding opioids and opioid use disorder. The scholarship has meant that I've been able to pursue my passion, including advocating for policy change. I was a recipient of the American Academy of Nurses Jonas Health Policy Program, and have been able to take that on without the financial strain that being a PhD student and young mother is. So I have been extremely grateful to be the recipient and appreciate the way that this has allowed me to move my work forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Our next scholar is Miriam Kamau.
Miriam contacted us. She recently had surgery and will not be able to participate tonight.
Okay,
So.
thank you, Geraldine. We're wishing her all the best. Our next scholar is Mary Colella.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Killalay. I am the recipient of the Henry Spencer Scholarship. I attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and I'm in the PhD program. I currently am working on my dissertation research, which focuses on describing the use of crowdfunding platforms by families of children with cancer to offset the costs associated with cancer treatment By crowdfunding platforms, I'm referring to websites like GoFundMe or YouCaring or Facebook. And in this, I'm particularly focused on identifying financial stressors mentioned on these websites and also examining the social support communities that arise out of this type of social networking. This scholarship is essential to allowing me to focus on completing this work so that I can become a leader in developing interventions that mitigate the financial harm and distress that many families that have a loved one with cancer experience. I hope to make lasting change in both how we conduct research on this topic and also in future work to expand my expertise to promote health and well-being among both families and healthcare providers. Thank you again for this award and for your dedication to nursing education and research.
Thank you, Mary. And now I'd like to introduce Nicole Knight.
Hello, it's such an honor to be here with all of these fine people. Thank you for celebrating us today. My name is Nicole Knight, and I was graciously honored with the Lysel M. Hyman's Scholarship. I attend Frontier Nursing University, amazing distance learning program. It's located in Kentucky, but I'm in Northern California. They've been the longest running midwifery program that I know of with distance learning. And I finally became a part of that program. It's called their CNET program, and I'm studying to get my advanced practice nurse practitioner as a certified nurse midwife. I have been an ER nurse for 16 years, so this is a huge change in trajectory of my career. And my plan is to find a birth center to become a midwife where I can give that compassionate, women-centered, individualized, evidence-based, low intervention, natural birth care that I have been waiting to do for many years. I, in fact, have an interview tomorrow at Santa Rosa Birth Center. I am so ridiculously excited and just in a celebration mode this whole week. This scholarship has allowed me to finally decrease my work hours and really focus on my clinical rotation at Sutter Davis with the amazing midwives there and the midwife-centered care that they all give there at Sutter Davis. It has been a truly rewarding experience with them. As a single mom, any help allows me time for preparation for clinicals and then to still be there for my daughter and support us both through this huge change in our lives that she's been totally a part of and supporting me. And it has certainly helped us lead the way to my goal that's finally around the corner. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. And next we have Adrienne LaFleur.
Good evening. My name is Adrienne Times LaFleur, and I'm the recipient of the 2021 Cynthia Davis Schofield Scholarship. I am a doctoral candidate in educational leadership with specialization in nursing education at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Upon completion of my doctorate in education, I plan to convert to a full-time faculty position at Dillard University. I am an advanced practice nurse with board certification in gerontology and case management, with the goal of becoming a director of an elderly nonprofit. This goal will allow me to provide consultation in nursing curriculum development and to conduct educational research. This NEF scholarship is so greatly appreciated as it is assisting me with my tuition and my dissertation research, which is entitled Using Personality Traits to Identify a Rational Choice of Nursing Specialties. Again, thank you so much for this esteemed honor.
Thank you, Adrienne. Our next scholar is Shai Lev.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shai Lev, and I'm a family nurse practitioner student at Kent State University and the honored recipient of the Lucy C. Perry Scholarship, which is primarily geared towards those interested in public health. I am very grateful to be the recipient of this scholarship because I'm looking forward to either joining or establishing a free or low income clinic and working towards wellness in a community in need in rural New England. This scholarship has allowed me to focus on my studies and try to find a balance of wellness for myself within working full-time and studying full-time, and so that I can hopefully carry that message of wellness to my patients in the future. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Shai. And now I would like to introduce Anne Marie Unana. I apologize.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Anne-Marie Muñana, and I'm so pleased to be here with my fellow honorees and with the entire board. I'm honored and grateful to be the recipient of the Philip D. Rasso Scholarship to support my education. I'm a candidate for Doctor of Nursing Practice in Executive Leadership at the University of San Francisco, and I graduate in 1 month from tomorrow. I am so pleased to have my program director, Dr. Waxman, here, as well as my DNP chair, Dr. Winter, here with me, as well as a good friend and mentor who pinned me this evening. Over the summer, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet Dr. Roseanne Rasso through a virtual Teams call. And I was so touched to hear about how she spoke of the memory of her brother. She shared with me what an incredible, generous, and hardworking man he was. And she even showed me a picture of him on her phone. And so it really touched me very much and made me feel very honored to be the recipient of the scholarship. Throughout the pandemic, I've been inspired by the nurses, our nurses on the front line, and I am grateful for their compassion, grace, leadership, and service that they demonstrate every single day. As an academic nurse leader, my efforts are focused to support new nurses, nursing education, and faculty, so that we can graduate safe and competent nurses to become members of such a dedicated and compassionate profession. The success of our nursing education programs depends on strong executive leadership, and my career interest is focused on supporting academic nurse leaders through orientation, education, and mentorship. My project centers around the development and support of academic nurse leaders, specifically related to the importance of regulations and laws that surround higher education and nursing education. As I complete my education, your belief in me and support to reach my goals of academic excellence to make a valuable contribution to nursing leadership is, I can't even put a value on that. It's huge. And I hope to honor the NEF and the Rasso family with my service. I look forward to one day being in a position to follow your example and give to the future and the next generation of nurse leaders. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne Marie. Now I'd like to introduce Beth Ann Nowak.
I am honored to be a recipient of the Mary V. Insaul Scholarship this year. I am a DNP student at Marquette University in my final year. I am a new advanced practice nurse practitioner in adult and gerontological primary care, and I will be entering practice in 1 month in an internal medicine clinic in a rural location in central Wisconsin with my own patient panel. I was very honored to receive the scholarship because I have children that are also in college and grown children and grandchildren, and minimizing my total cost overall to complete my doctorate degree was very important to me. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Beth Ann. Good luck. Next, we have Ellis Elizabeth Parker.
Good evening. My name is Ellis Parker, and I am the recipient of the Jane Eleanor Knox Scholarship. I am a doctoral candidate at Teachers College of Columbia University and will be receiving my doctorate of nursing education. I hope to propose my dissertation topic in the spring regarding simulation. I'm planning to complete my dissertation on the effect of structured pre-briefing on a learner's clinical judgment, in an attempt to standardize pre-briefing as the field has already standardized debriefing. Being an NEF scholar, like my peers that we've heard, really gave me the ability to just exhale a little bit and reduce some of my second job hours and just that burden that I had on paying tuition, and allowed me to remain focused on my primary position as a faculty member and on my coursework. And my future goals simply include to continue as nursing faculty. It's been an amazing journey so far. I also really hope to be more active and involved in advocating for the importance of nurse educators being trained in education, as I believe that that is a crucial specialty that is not always appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ellis. Next, we have Nisha Patel.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to those responsible for organizing this wonderful celebration. I am honored and grateful to have received the 2021 Isabel McIsaac Scholarship. I'm in my final semester at Emory University's Mel Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing in the Masters of Nursing program in the Family Nurse Practitioner track. After graduating in just a few weeks, I look forward to beginning my advanced practice nursing career, to serve as a clinician, an educator, and a patient advocate who influences sustainable health behavior changes and addresses clinical ramifications for our patients on holistic fronts. I hold a strong commitment to serving diverse communities and impacting change through patient-centered care over disease-oriented care. And my primary professional goals are to be an effective yet empathetic nurse practitioner, an engaged medical leader, and an impactful community member who is able to welcome patients across their lifespan with health concerns that are challenging to diagnose, treat, and manage. Thank you again for this great honor.
Thank you, Nisha. Now I'd like to introduce Corey Plesko.
Hi, I'm Corey Plesko, and I am this year's recipient of the Margaret L. McClure Scholarship. Excuse me. I'm a fourth year DNP PhD candidate at Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing, and I'm in the pediatric acute and primary care nurse practitioner track. My PhD dissertation focuses on understanding the role of social connectedness in group-based parent training programs in low-income school settings. And in the future, I would like my career to be focused on improving the health and well-being of children and families living in poverty in both a clinical and research setting. Receiving this scholarship was an enormous honor, and I'm very grateful for it helping to remove some of the financial burden associated with the tuition of continuing my education. So thank you very much for this award.
Thank you, Corey. Now I'd like to introduce Wayne Quashie.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Wayne Quashie. I'm an EDD student at Teachers College at Columbia University with a focus on nursing education. Currently, I'm a clinical nurse specialist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and I've been there for about 25 years. Being the recipient of the Georgette V. L. Lyon Scholarship has been very important to me in continuing to pursue my education. I am currently in the data collection phase of my dissertation study, and using prospective design, my study explores whether skills learned in the simulation setting are transferred to the clinical setting in oncology nurses. It was very evident during COVID when we were in chaos in 2020, and we got a lot of nurses that they didn't really have much clinicals anymore because schools were closed and disrupted. It was clear to me that we really need to figure out a better way to ensure that we can transition them to take care of patients, especially the very complex 21st century oncology patient. So I hope the results of my study highlights not only the increasing importance of simulation as an education methodology, but even more importantly, it can add to the evidence regarding how simulation impacts actual patient clinical outcomes. Educating nurses within the clinical setting is a joy for me, and I plan to stay in the clinical setting as a doctorally prepared educator and teaching at the clinical point of care. I want to thank all the members of the NEF Board of Directors, all the deans and directors that are present, and even the individuals who have established scholarships for all the students in attendance. I'll be remiss if I don't thank Dr. Skolko, because when we met for the first time at an alumni function, she was the one that educated me on NEF and their scholarships and so on. And that interaction has really had a significant impact on my financial path to my doctorate degree, because this is my second scholarship from the NEF. And I've begun to pay it forward by telling other students and colleagues about NEF. Now that I know this is being recorded, I know this will probably be sent to me sometime in the future. So once I graduate, I'm sure there'll be other ways that I could contribute to NEF so other students can benefit. Again, congratulations to all my fellow recipients, and thanks again.
Thank you, Wayne. Next, we have Jennifer Roy.
Hello. It's good to hear a couple of other simulationists in the recipient pool. So I really like that. My name is Jennifer Roy. I received the M. Louise Fitzpatrick Memorial Scholarship. I'm currently enrolled in the EDD for nurse educators and instructional leadership at the University of Alabama, just beginning my dissertation work this semester. In my current position, my focus is simulation and technology. And we all know that simulation has become a huge part of nursing curriculum, especially since COVID. We've had to really step up our efforts there. And as a result of that, or as a benefit of that, we have discovered that there are lots of new innovative ways to present simulation, and they've stuck around in our curriculum. So some of my future goals are to enhance the research and scholarly activities related to the integration of those new technologies. Although that is my focus of my current position, my dissertation area of focus is a little different. I am focusing on the moral distress in the undergraduate nursing students during the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic has definitely impacted all of our healthcare workers as far as moral distress goes, but it will be interesting to study that in the undergraduate student population. My ultimate goal is to provide some educational strategies prior to graduation that would possibly mitigate some of that moral distress. Additional research interests include, of course, simulation-based education, telehealth, pediatric healthcare disparities. I'm a pediatric nurse in my heart, and some technology-driven pedagogy. I'm very honored and humbled to receive this scholarship. Dr. Fitzpatrick had such a passion about nursing education, so I'm thankful her legacy will enable me to complete my education and pay it forward.
Thank you, Jenny. The next person to speak will be Chun Ann Sun.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chun Ann Sun. I'm the recipient of the Judith G. Whittaker Scholarship. I'm a fourth-year DNP PhD candidate at the Johns Hopkins University. For the DNP part, I am in the family primary care nurse practice track. And for my PhD, my research interest is in the patient engagement in diabetes care. My dissertation research is in particularly aiming to understand predictors of both in-person and telehealth appointments with a focus on patient-provider interaction using a mixed methods design. With the unique opportunity provided by COVID pandemic, I got a chance to compare predictors of appointment no-show between in-person and telehealth visits among adults with type 2 diabetes. And based on the result of the first AM, I will personally interview patients and providers to explore barriers and facilitators with the focus of the interpersonal factors related to appointment no-show. My future goal is to become a clinician scientist to continue doing health service research and provide direct care to patients in need. And I also want to become a nurse educator in the future. I'm extremely grateful for the generosity and support from this scholarship for my education and my research. Thank you.
Thank you, Chun. Next, we have Clifton Thornton.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for bringing us all together this evening so we can see what everybody else is doing and see all these impressive scholars. My name is Clifton Thornton. I'm honored to be the inaugural recipient of the Rita Weiss Wazarek Maternal, Infant, and Pediatric Nursing Scholarship. I'm a PhD candidate at the Johns Hopkins School of Nursing and a pediatric nurse practitioner. I've worked in pediatric oncology for the duration of my clinical career. This scholarship has provided a really important and valuable source of funding for my research and my dissertation study. My work aims to improve the understanding of how toxicities of cancer therapy develop in children, adolescents, and young adults who are undergoing therapy for cancer. And like all good nursing research, draws from biological and psychosocial factors that impact toxicity development. I intend to continue to pursue this research area in my career as a clinician scientist and hope that my research informs interventions that will prevent or mitigate the toxicities from developing in the first place and overall reduce the burden of cancer therapy in young persons. I want to thank everybody here who brought us together, but also those who were able to generously support and invest in students. It's really an honor to be sitting amongst so many other people doing really impressive work as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Clifton. And next we have Stephanie Hewer.
Hello, everyone. As Nancy just said, my name is Stephanie and I am honored to receive the Miriam M. Powell Scholarship this evening. I'm a third-year PhD candidate at the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. And I'm absolutely thrilled also to have Dr. Teresa Johnson joining me and supporting me. She's my major professor and she's been supportive since day one. And honestly, I don't think I would be where I'm at and is progressing as well in the program without her help and continual support. I'm very excited that my proposal hearing is coming up in 2 weeks. So getting there. Thank you. So my research focus is actually on breastfeeding. It's been fueled by my career as an internationally board certified lactation consultant, but my entire nursing career has been focused with maternity care for mothers and babies. So I'm very passionate about caring for moms and babies. I've also been a nurse educator for the last 7 years. So my dissertation is focusing on nursing education regarding breastfeeding. So it's kind of combining both my passions. I've absolutely adored teaching. And this was one of those steps in the right direction to get my PhD, to both continue with my career as a professor, but also be able to research and focus on that breastfeeding mother-infant dyad and just really improving the care that they receive. Focusing on education of nursing students across the board will also help those mothers and infants in every area of nursing, you know, not just focusing on maternity care, but moms and infants show up in all areas of nursing. Let's see. So again, my career path, my goal for the future is to continue my education, complete my PhD, get a tenure track position, as well as continue to research. I just love both of those. I kind of surprised how much I did. This has been a very long program as far as my development, but I'm very happy with where I'm at. I am just absolutely honored to receive this scholarship. It's given me extra support financially to allow me to both cut down a little bit in work as far as, you know, really focus on my education. I've been doing this program as quickly as I can. Just because I'm just excited to get out there and actually start my career. I also appreciate the funds as my oldest child has just entered college. So that's been a development as well. But again, I am honored to be part of this group. Listening to everybody's focus in research is just amazing. And I really look forward to continuing my education and someday giving back like, let me see. Like Wayne had mentioned, that would be great. So thank you all. Thank you to Miriam M. Powell. Thank you to all the directors. And again, thank you for Dr. Johnson for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Stephanie. And now we have Liz Wolitera.
Hi, I'm Liz Wolitera. I live in Pendleton, Oregon, and I am the recipient of the Eleanor C. Lambertson Scholarship. Currently, I attend Bryan College of Health Sciences. I'm in their EDD program. It has an emphasis on nursing education. I've never been to Nebraska prior to this, so it has been fun to go to Nebraska and see kind of rural medicine and rural practice in a different light. My future career plans currently, I work for CHI St. Anthony Hospital in Pendleton. I'm a nursing supervisor and clinical educator. And with that, I also help with the new grad residency program. I was just hired to take over as the acute care services manager starting in May. So that will be a career change for me. And I hope to continue with the new grads. My doctoral work right now, what I'm looking at is RN to BSN completion, working in rural hospitals, and what are some of the barriers for nurses in rural settings to getting their bachelor's. What this scholarship means for me, I am honored to represent Dr. Lambertson's legacy and her work around team nursing. Like I said, I will probably stay in the hospital as long as possible. And then also I have 3 children in college. And so this really helps financially to offset my tuition. And it's fun to be an example for my kids and telling them to apply for the scholarships, and you never know what sticks. And I'm just honored that I was selected for something on this large of a scale. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. What an awesome bunch of scholars we have this year. I have to say my heart is in oncology nursing, so I really appreciated the oncology research that's being done. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Whittle, also a former NEF scholar and the NEF Scholar Student Liaison on the board at present. Dr. Whittle?
Thank you, Nancy. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our NEF leadership, board members, honored guests, sponsors, and scholars. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to extend my enthusiastic congratulations to the 2021-2022 Nurses Educational Fund Scholarship recipients here tonight. As I was preparing my remarks, I recalled the excitement I felt when I was notified that I had been awarded the NEF American Journal of Nursing Thelma Shore Scholarship in 2017. To this day, it's humbling to think about how many people and organizations were invested in my doctoral education and continue to invest in the profession of nursing so as to advance healthcare and improve patient outcomes. It's important for me to continue to seek out ways to amplify the resources and opportunities I've been so fortunate to receive during my doctoral journey. And I'm sure that scholars, both past and present, share similar feelings as they reflect on their own journeys. We've heard some of that here tonight. So to be an NEF scholar is an honor. We are more than 1,300 scholars strong, with a history of scholarship spanning more than 100 years. These scholarships are supported by influential nursing leaders, prestigious healthcare organizations, and those who strongly believe in supporting nursing education. The mission of NEF is straightforward and altruistic. So it's to promote leadership through scholarship support for professional nurses seeking master's and doctoral degrees in nursing education, practice, service, and research. As NEF scholars, we have benefited from the generosity of those who believe in us and believe in supporting the advancement of the education of nurses. That support will not only benefit the individual, but also the greater health of the greater community as well. So this is certainly an exciting night for you, but also for us as we welcome you into the Circle of Scholars. So the Circle of Scholars is the formal network of NEF scholars, which was created by one of our very own, Nancy. You just heard from her. She thought of this, and this has just been a great opportunity for us to gather. So tonight you have earned membership into the select group of scholars and scholar alumni. Please connect to the Circle of Scholars through social media, and we ask you not to be shy. Having ongoing scholar engagement is essential to maintaining a vibrant Circle of Scholars community. Here is a virtual room full of people who are committed to your education and invested in your future endeavors. We would love to hear about your successes. You can connect with the Circle of Scholars through by following NEF through Facebook or LinkedIn. And we would also like to request that you consider adding 2021-2022 NEF Scholar to your signature line for emails or other correspondence. We find that this is a simple way of promoting conversations about NEF with others. So in closing, I wish you all the best as you continue your educational journeys, and I look forward to interacting with you online as we continue to build our Circle of Scholars community. So thank you for the opportunity to address you tonight, and I'd like to now turn the program back over to Joan Marin.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Um, Words are hard to use to describe the inspiration of, that is brought to us by the work of all the scholars. And it's just wonderful to hear what you're doing and to hear your plans for the future, which I think is bright for you, but I think even more importantly is extremely bright for our wonderful profession of nursing. I think it's leaders like you that that all of us who are involved with NEF get really excited about, because we can see the kind of impact that you will have on this profession that we are all devoted to and really interested in seeing grow and improve in the future. So it was very impressive, the wide variety of areas of professional focus. We had, as Nancy mentioned earlier, the emphasis, a number of people on palliative and end of life care, a lot of people on the care of women and children, which is fantastic, aging services, advances in nursing education, particular focus on technology, really all great things that are, I think, going to add immensely to our profession going forward. So again, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I congratulate all of the scholars. I think one theme that came out also as I listened to what people were talking about is the kind of unique aspect of the scholarship giving of NEF, in that the scholarship is given directly to the student. It does not go to the school, and the student has the flexibility to use that award in whatever way helps them to advance their education, persevere in their education. And I think that was mentioned by so many people, how it enabled them to really have a burden lifted from in the pursuit of what you're passionate about. So I think also that's a great thing about our particular role at NEF. So again, my congratulations and thanks to all of the 2021, 2022 scholars. And I'd like to take this opportunity for people to unmute themselves, and we would all give you a big round of applause.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Rosso. I'm on the board, and I just want to say you've all inspired me. And as a board member, this inspiration keeps us going to live the mission of NEF, and I thank you for it. And I'm also so impressed that the scholars, your research it's clinical from birth to death, literally. Across the continuum, and educationally from entry into practice all the way to academic leadership. I mean, you have covered, everything that's important to nursing forward. So I just want to say thank you for the inspiration.
I would like to add my thank you as well. I'm an emerita member, and unfortunately we're driving home part of the way through. But somebody, I don't know who it was that I called, let me hear at least through their phone. And so I got to hear a lot and I'm very impressed. I think it's just wonderful that all the work you've been doing and will continue to do and contribute to our wonderful profession. So thank you.
Thank you, Harriet.
I'd just like to say it's impressive to hear what everyone's doing. And I'm so thrilled also that the leadership of the deans and have also joined, because we know it takes a whole system to make it all happen. So I'm honored to be a part of this, but I also want to sort of say thank you to those that are leading their universities and their colleges forward. And I think it shows in the product I guess should say the evidence is in the product. And if this is a product of what, is happening, I think we're winning the battle. So I want to put my congratulations out there, not to these unbelievable students, but also to the leadership that has brought them to where they're going to be in the future. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Rita Wazorek, and I'd like to congratulate all the scholars. I am so impressed. I have to say that I feel like $1 million because the money that NEF provided to these scholars in the work they're doing, the leadership, the research, it's amazing to me. And, they all have a family, and I think it's wonderful, not only for the recipients, but for the members of their family, because it's a wonderful, wonderful honor. Congratulations to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations to everybody. What a great night. I just wanted to suggest to the scholars that when you are doing your work, you might consider doing a little short video showing us what your work is about, and we can post those on the Circle of Scholars, because sometimes a picture's worth 1,000 words, and it really it really gets the work out there and other people can see it, and we all have iPhones, so it's easy enough to do a little video.
Great suggestion, Nancy.
I'm Joan Arnold. I've been a longstanding member of the board, and I'm just overcome. I talk about tears in one's eyes. So many stories and aspirations are really awe-inspiring, and it makes service on the board a gift. So I thank you, each of you, for the work that you're doing, and we honor you. You honor us. It's a wonderful relationship that I hope will grow over your careers, and that you'll always think of NEF as your home.
Okay, well, once again, I want to congratulate all of our 2021, 2022 NEF scholars for the fine work you're doing and for all of the work that you will do on behalf of our profession, on behalf of our clients, and on behalf of our community going forward. And also thank everyone for your participation this evening. This is the second year we've done this Zoom event, and it really enables us to learn something about each of our scholars, and for all of the scholars to participate, not just those for whom it might be easier to get to New York when we have our gala celebration, which you are all invited to as well. But this is really a great event that is backed by universal demand. And again, thank you all for participating and for sharing your work with us. So thank you, and good night to everyone.
Good night.
Good night.